Are you a crash out? Are you someone who just can't control their emotions? Today, I'm going to teach you how to not be a crash out so that you don't end up dead or in jail while your homeboys are saying, free you. Okay? Let's get into this. Boom. So here's what happens for 98% of people. And I know this because I used to be like this. Okay? Someone insults you, right? Now here I have the 5 senses. See, hear, touch, taste, and smell. Please, my drawing skills aren't all that, but focus, okay? This is how you experience things in the world. So let's say someone cusses out your mom, right? You see them standing in front of you, you hear them say something, which I'm not gonna say, right? You're there, you can smell the chicken or whatever's cooking in the school, in the playground, at lunch. Okay, you guys get the point. What then happens is you process this information in your brain, okay? Now, what happens is for most people is straight away they then crash out and they go BOW! Or they grab them and then they start screaming, or they grab hair. I used to be in West Croydon after school. Do you know the amount of fights I saw? Girls will wig and weave getting dragged out, or this could even be in a meeting, corporate meeting, etc., etc. You guys get the idea, okay? But if we're talking about crash outs, then what then happens is you do something you regret, and then you end up dead or in jail. Now this is the cycle which I see in my community. So I'm not going to waste any more time, and we're going to get straight to the solution. This is the solution, right? This is my magic sword. Boom! Okay? What we're going to do is we're going to put something in there called a filter. Now people say, I have no filter, as if it's like a thing to be proud of. No, you lack emotional and self-control. Grow up, man. Learn how to control yourself. Because this is not on. This is ruining my people, okay? And this video is especially for you. So, what we're going to do is we're going to put a filter in between here, because you can't put a filter between there, okay? How you experience things, the way your autonomous nervous system, the central nervous system, whatever you want to call it, is connected, is you process information almost immediately, okay? That's a straight bam, bam, right? Light hits the eyes, bam, straight to the retina, optic nerve, all that kind of stuff. Same with the hearing, cochlea, all of that stuff, you know what I'm saying? You get me? Bam, bam, okay? But this is where we're going to put in the filter. What this means is, we're going to give ourselves, or learn how to give ourselves, time to process information before we start smacking someone's head against concrete, all right? Because that's not very nice, that's not very friendly, and it's not very loving, is it? And if we want humanity and the world to become a better place, we need to become better people in terms of our actions, our thoughts, but most importantly, our reactions, our emotional reactions, okay? So, how do we build in this filter? As I said, this is going to be a very, very short video, right? Here's an exercise, guys. I'm actually going to give you an exercise to practice, right? I did this in year 9, because I used to be a crash out. I call it, I need to get a new pen, this needs to go. So, what is silent therapy? It's simple, there are 2 levels to this. Level 1, right? This is to build up the filter in between here so you stop crashing out and ending up dead or in jail. Method number 1, I will not speak until I am spoken to. This is an exercise, okay? Where you go throughout a day and you only speak when people speak to you. Most of the time, people waffle, they conversate, they do all this stuff, and it's all good, but it doesn't really help with this much, okay? Because people don't give themselves enough time to think and to actually just rest and be. So the first thing I want you guys to start doing is I want you guys to start doing this challenge where today, I'm not going to speak unless I'm spoken to. Now this way you don't come off as rude. If you're in the office, etc., whatever, you can get by like this. I used to do this at work sometimes as well, where I just do my thing. If someone comes and asks me a question, I respond, okay? But what that does is it gives you a lot more time in a day where you are not yapping, you're not talking, and so you're able to really relax and think. I did an interview recently where I spoke about this, okay? The second level is, right, this is the more extreme level, complete silence until midday, okay, until 12 p.m. But you don't talk to no one, whatever you go about, etc., etc., okay? The third level is just complete silence, or some people like to call it a silent fast, silent retreat, vowel silence. That's the word I was looking for, or the phrase I was looking for. You can do that as well, but I would just recommend not speaking until you're spoken to. If you do this consistently enough, you will stop crashing out. You'll become more mellow because you'll spend more time in the day just in your thoughts. And you'll begin to actually think about your behavior. You'll begin to think about how other people feel when you say things to them. You begin to think, because I'm not used to speaking anyway, do I really want to waste my breath saying this? Do I really want to get myself riled up? And this is a key to emotional balance, okay? So, that's it. That's all there is. Very simple. If you're a crash out, start doing this, okay? There isn't a single person I have met who has started doing this and hasn't seen the benefits. I've done it myself. I did it for years. People thought there was something wrong with me. My family were like, why is this guy so quiet all of a sudden? Ask anyone. People that know me growing up, right? Now, I'm a bit more expressive, but that's because I used to do this. So even though I talk a lot more now, you'll rarely find me cussing people out. I do not crash out, not because I'm special, not because I'm different, but because I trained this. Human behavior isn't always something that's just inherent. It can be practiced. It's like racism. Racism isn't something that's inherent. It is taught and it is practiced, okay? Ideals are repeated and buried into their heads. Reactions are buried and whatever into their head. It works in the same way, okay? So if you're someone who crashes out, okay? If someone tells you to whatever your mum and they cuss out your whole family and your whole existence, and then you crash out, or your friends crash out, and then they end up dead or in prison, so you hop in a music video and you're saying free them, they did nothing wrong, right? The next time you're in a situation, just think about this filter and try to have a filter at least, okay? It's not cool to be angry. It's not cool to be that guy who's always crashing out, who's always loud-mouthing people. It's not, regardless of what you may think. And often it's the quiet people that harness the most power anyway. So I hope that's helped some of you. My name is Eternos Bryson. I help teach people how to master emotional and internal balance. And so if that's something that you're interested in, stick along. We have a Discord community that's international, people around the world who are into different things, be it business, be it art, creativity, music, etc. We're all on a journey developing ourselves. So if that's something you're interested in, reach out to me. Very soon I'm going to start working with people one-to-one, where I'll teach them how to reach a state known as eternal bliss through my techniques and through my practices. But until then, peace guys. Bye.